It's time for it! Ah! SATURDAY night vlog. How's everyone doing tonight? I hope you're enjoying your Saturday night. And this is going to be another in the Saturday night vlog series. It's going to be kind of a night in the life. I'm going to have somebody come over and we're going to watch a movie. So that's essentially what is going to happen tonight. But I figured I'd go ahead and give you a complete movie collection overview before she comes over. And first up, I'll go ahead and show you the horror Blu-ray collection, which is all, that's actually a horror DVD right there, but this is all right here, horror Blu-rays. That's the Masters of Horror Season 2 set, which goes for ridiculous money. It's in a skull set. The discs sit inside the skull. Really terrible design, actually. I've heard of a lot of people, their ones breaking. The first one, the Mausoleum set, wasn't designed very well either. My one had some of the columns came off, but you can just glue those back on. But for that set, I've heard of people, the skull parts breaking. So that's kind of disappointing. And I've had a lot of people ask me if I was going to sell that one. In fact, there's one guy that messages me all the time about if I'm willing to sell it now. And no, I'm still not willing to sell it. But even though the set design isn't great, it's still kind of cool looking. And I do like the Masters of Horror. I wish they would do more of that too. And there's the old Halloween 30th anniversary edition. And here's a, was it the 20th anniversary one, the VHS Snow Globe set, which goes for redonkulous money, which is crazy. But yeah, horror Blu-rays right there. Scroll through some. I've been thinning out the collection. If I can't see myself rewatching the movie, then there's no reason to keep it in my collection. I'm not just collecting movies to have them. If I keep them in my collection because I like them and I want to rewatch them at some point. And yeah, if I can't see myself rewatching it, no reason to have them. And then there's just like stacks of stuff all over the floor that I have to do updates and stuff for. But here's a continuation of the horror Blu-rays on this bookcase. There's the Strain and Bust set for Season 1, the Masters set. I thought it was going to be bigger, like all the ones over there, but it's much smaller. But I love that show, and I'm very disappointed this is going to be the last season. But yeah, here's some you know, different figures and stuff. I was able to get some stuff signed up. This one signed by Robert Englund. Very awesome. I like getting my Funko signed on the figures themselves instead of the boxes. Plus, I like to take them out and display them. Wolverine, signed up by Lynn Wayne, one of the co-creators of Wolverine. Butch Patrick, which I got to meet last year right around this time at a horror convention. He was really cool. And that's the Eddie Munster Funko Pop with Wolfie figure. And I did get to meet Alex Vincent as well, but I've seen some people get their Child's Play 2, which is that one, figure signed, but he wasn't Chucky. Brad Dourif played the voice of Chucky. He was Andy Barclay. So he doesn't have a figure, obviously, but still. And he's going to be back for Cult of Chucky, which I'm really excited for. But here's some other box sets and stuff. I was able to get the Sleepaway Camp Survival Kit with the Red Cross one, which was recalled and signed up by a bunch of people involved with the film, the cast. And there's the Doctor Strange Marvel Collector Corps exclusive. The Levitation one and all the gold glitter. I think that looks pretty awesome. And there's some more box sets and stuff. And I'm looking forward to Jeepers Creepers 3, which I guess they canceled some of the screenings, but the movie itself isn't canceled. And there's my John Carpenter's The Thing Japanese reproduction poster. The reproduction poster, the reason I got it was because it's actually bigger than the original poster. And hoping to add some more signatures to that. And there's the Singing in the Rain box set. You gotta get that out of there and put it with some more box sets. I just don't have room over there, but I love the way that looks with all the box sets. So yeah, I got a bunch of stuff all over the floor. Here's some stuff that I'm selling over in that area. But over here is the bust sets at the top, Criterion Collection, all the way to there. Then some Eureka, Twilight Time Collection, Disney. Obstructed from view over here is Blu-ray TV shows, seasons, and then box sets and stuff over here. Some steel books, all the way up to there. Digibooks, Arrow Video. I've got more Arrow Video titles in the other room. There's just a little pan through some of the Criterions right there. I've got a few more Criterions a little bit everywhere. There's my dog, Wrigley. There's some more Criterions in there, but I got more in the other room, and here's the rest of the collection. There's Vans. And there's some box set editions up there at the top. And I've got Christmas different 10s down there at the bottom. Blu-ray and DVD sets for Christmas Story and Christmas Vacation. And there's the Elf one. And I actually don't have the Home Alone paint can tin because I think that design is garbage. I know a lot of people like it, but it just isn't for me. And there we go, just a whole bunch of stuff. I finally have to watch this. I've had this for ages. I still just haven't been able to bring myself to check it out because it looks so self-indulgent. Like just a complete, you know, I like Rob Zombie. Some of his films are hit or miss for me. I love House of a Thousand Corpses, Lords of Salem. Love the movie up until like the last 15 minutes or so. I actually enjoy Halloween 2, the theatrical cut, over the director's cut. The director's cut had the Blu-ray release. I think the Canadian one had the double feature had the theatrical cut for it. But yeah, I enjoyed it better than the Halloween remake from Rob Zombie. You get the backstory. But yeah, this one right here just looked completely self-indulgent Rob Zombie movie. Of course, you got Sherry Moon in there, but all the clowns and all that kind of stuff. But I'm gonna give it a chance eventually when I'm in the mood for it. But here's a whole bunch of random stuff. I got to organize the collection still. Here's some 4Ks. Got a few more 4Ks. There's a random Criterion right there. That stack right there is a deal. I crush your head. If you know what that's from, leave me a comment down below. But that stack right there is from a deal that I found. An awesome deal. I got to do an update for that still. But here's some more Blu-rays. There's my dog. And here's another bookcase right there of all Blu-rays. And there's DVDs and then hard DVDs in the corner. I actually cut that hard DVD collection in half, and then there's like stacks of movies. But I've got another like big box of DVDs and a couple of Blu-ray sets still. So I've got probably at least another full bookcase of DVDs, which I'm trying to, you know, thin out. Again, I'm constantly going through the collection. It's an ebb and flow. Like I'll get rid of a bunch, then I'll get a bunch in. So it's a constant battle. But there we go, scrolling through. Here's a company that I've talked about before, but I want to talk about again. Film Movement. They put out a lot of the ones under their Classics label, which The Quiet Earth, a great post-apocalyptic movie. Once Were Warriors, a great New Zealand film. I would definitely highly recommend both of those. But they have clear cases, booklets, interior artwork. Really good company. And they also put out a bunch of other films too, not just the Classics line. But here's some more of her in this section. But I would definitely recommend checking them out if you're a fan of cinema, especially like they do a lot of foreign films. So there we go. And this is one of my favorite American films of the past like couple decades. There Will Be Blood, and I love that slipcover. Beautiful slipcover. And Daniel Day-Lewis, one of my favorite actors of modern times, along with Gary Oldman. Conversation. Absolutely love this one. The ending to this one always just stays in my mind. That paranoia, just what Gene Hackman does, you know, looking around the room and tearing things up. Freaking love it. And there we go. So just some random box sets and stuff down here too. There we go, the old Bubba Hotep Elvis jacket. And then we got the John Hughes High School Flashback Collection 10 with the Breakfast Club Weird Science and 16 Candles. DVD sets are still so incredibly awesome. Blu-ray has a long way to go to catch up to the awesomeness of DVD sets, the collector's editions, limited edition box sets, stuff like that. So many cool ones, blood packs, and just neat designs, which Blu-ray still hasn't come out with yet. So there you go. There's just a, you know, kind of collection overview. I've got this room right here with a few bookcases, and then I got my office area and here with the rest of the collection, which bunch of random stuff all over the place. And I will be doing like a poster collection coming up soon too. There's a bunch there, and then I have a bunch in the closet as well, and there. So be going through that, and I've got to go through a ton of my clothes too. I've got way too many clothes. But actually somebody asked me to do a clothing haul video, which I will do soon. That's what that stack is right there. Some randomness. So yeah, I figured somebody asked, I will indulge. So there you go, just a kind of a room tour, movie collection overview, and I do plan to organize the complete collection coming up soon and do the complete collection video. I'm going to do the horror one first. Going to go over the complete horror Blu-ray collection, and in organizing the horror Blu-ray collection, I'll do that video first, obviously, and then I'll do the complete collection, go through each single one like that. I've cut that down a lot too. It may not look like it, but I have. So yeah, again, there you go. Hope you guys enjoyed that. And let me know if you're going to watch anything tonight as well. Leave me a comment down below letting me know if you are, if you're going to do anything special or fun tonight too. And I'll be back momentarily when she comes over and we get ready to watch the movie. So see you in a minute. So I'm here with Andrea and we're about to watch a movie. What movie are we going to watch?
The original It.
The original miniseries, which is a little over 3 hours long. It's after 10 o'clock, and I'm debating putting it on now or not because she falls asleep like instantly when we pop on a movie.
I'm gonna stay awake. It's gonna happen.
The over-under on you falling asleep is high. The over is way high on that. But we're gonna watch this in preparation for the new movie coming out. So I'm excited for the new movie. Initially, I wasn't, but I do like the look of Pennywise, and the trailer looked awesome. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. And you said you haven't seen this since you were a kid, right?
Yes.
And why haven't you seen it since?
It used to really scare me as a kid. I don't even know if I really saw the full movie as a child because it really freaked me out. Like the sewer scene and the teeth.
That's part.
I know, but it just really scared me, so I don't really remember all the details about it.
See, Pennywise never freaked me out when I was younger because I never actually watched it when I was younger. I watched it when I was older, so watching it as an adult, it just never worked. I saw pictures of it when I was younger, but I was like, it's a clown. So I never really got the full effect, but I definitely appreciate the storytelling of this. That was one of the things I really liked the most, and a great cast in here too. But I'm excited to watch this again. I probably watched it like a year ago. But it's a classic for sure. So there's a lot of great Stephen King adaptations. Some of the ones that I think are underrated are Storm of the Century and then Night Flyer. I never hear anybody talk about those ones, and those are a couple of my favorites and definitely underrated. And he did the short story that Stand By Me was based on too. So he's done a ton of great work. But now we are about to pop in Stephen King's It. Are you excited?
Yes.
All right. See you later. We'll probably check in if we do an intermission or have to like shake her to wake up. and then we'll let you know our thoughts about it afterwards, revisiting it, especially for you since you haven't seen it since you were a kid. Mm-hmm. And then we will probably do a follow-up video when we see the new It movie coming out.
On Friday.
Woo! So we will see you guys after the movie or possibly intermission, depending if she falls asleep.
I'm not going to fall asleep. It's not going to happen. No.
Yeah.
No.
All right. See you later. Say bye.
Bye.
So we just popped in It, and there's the menu screen, and there's Pennywise. What do you think of Pennywise right there?
He's creepy looking, and his teeth are like extremely perfect, and it's very unsettling. And of course, you're zooming in on it to make it worse.
I've never heard of that. Perfect teeth are unsettling, apparently. But I don't know. Pennywise probably got some veneers. You know, he's living it up. He's living the high life. But Tim Curry, awesome as Pennywise. Tim Curry, a fantastic actor. He played a lot of great iconic roles. I remember him as the devil in Legend as well. But Clue, I mean, just tons and tons and tons. Let me know what your favorite Tim Curry character is. Is it Pennywise? I could see that. What about you? Do you have a favorite Tim Curry?
Probably from Rocky Horror Picture Show.
That too. That's definitely iconic for sure.
Or you know what else? From Beauty and the Beast Enchanted Christmas, he plays the organ.
No.
Yes.
No, I never knew that, but there we go. All right, it's time to freaking watch the movie. Let's go. So his teeth don't look too perfect now, do they?
Nope.
And one thing I forgot about is Seth Green, as a little kid, looks exactly the same now as an adult. He looks like the same height, the same look at all. He's like a vampire. He doesn't age, like a little nerdy vampire. But that is creepy as heck. That's like the most creepiest scene in the whole movie for me. I still remember that. This whole scene was iconic. The drain scene, love it. And they're recreating it, looks like, in the new one coming out too. You excited?
Yes. Yes. You'll float too.
So, as I predicted correctly, we had to take a intermission. We're going to probably finish it up in the morning. We're about halfway through right now, and somebody started to snore. But you pointed out a good thing with Seth Green.
Yeah, that in the movie he's scared of werewolves, but then he plays a werewolf in Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And one thing I thought was interesting, just a weird kind of association for me, was the main bully, Henry Bowers, when he sees Pennywise's hair turns white, immediately it reminded me of Jim Jarmusch, the director. He looked so much like him. But I am definitely looking forward to watching the second half of the miniseries tomorrow when we wake up. And I was getting ready to walk my dog, and she's like, "Oh, when you come back up, I'm gonna put on some special pajamas." And what did I say?
I'll put a Pennywise costume on.
I was like, "Is it gonna be a Pennywise costume?" She cracked up over that. I don't know about that. But this is one that, again, like I said, I never saw it as a kid. I saw it as an adult, so it never, I saw Pennywise. I just didn't really think much of it. And watching it as an adult, it didn't really freak me out. But I appreciate the storytelling aspect of it. That's one thing I really enjoyed. I like seeing all the different actors. It's kind of sad to see Jonathan Brandis in here, too. What happened with him. Jonathan Brandis was a well-known child actor. He ended up committing suicide. I believe he ended up hanging himself. So seeing him in here, I remember him all the time being in a bunch of different stuff when I was a kid, so that definitely brought back a lot of memories. And it's good to see a lot of these actors. I haven't seen a lot of them in a while. John Ritter as well. But let me know what your favorite clown movie or clown horror movie is. What do you think? Is this your favorite clown horror movie? The one that freaks you out the most?
I think so. I haven't really seen any other clown horror movies that I can think of right now.
Might make you watch this one tomorrow.
Okay.
Stitches. Because that's another clown horror movie.
Are you telling me about another one before? Another one with clowns in it?
There's a ton of different... Oh, 31. We need to watch that one. Rob Zombie. You wanted to actually watch that tonight, too. But one that I always liked was All Hallows Eve with Art the Clown. And they're making a new movie with that called Terrifier coming out. But that's a horror anthology centering around Halloween. I would definitely recommend All Hallows Eve. Art the Clown to me is like the creepiest clown in horror movie history. So definitely check out All Hallows Eve. So what do you think of it so far, revisiting the first half at least?
I liked it a lot. Couldn't really remember most about it. Like, I didn't remember any of the beginning, how they're all older. I all assumed that they were kids, like it was happening then instead of in flashbacks. But it's still creepy and not as terrifying as obviously when I was a kid. But there's still some...
Pennywise is still pretty creepy, I think, especially when he shows like the sharp teeth part. And certain other little, like the hand thing always kind of creeped me out too.
Yeah, chicken looking hand.
Yeah, there's right there on the front cover. His teeth don't look as good as they do right there, and then on the menu screen, he doesn't have the veneers going right there. This is, after, post-it fame right there. But yeah, Tim Curry, a legend right there. Awesome as Pennywise. I couldn't imagine anybody else doing it. So I'm looking forward to seeing the new guy doing Pennywise as well. He looked pretty decent so far in the trailer, but it's going to be hard to live up to the legend of Tim Curry. But yeah, there were some scenes that I didn't really remember in there too. Like the fact with the one shower scene. Like I remember the one with Pennywise coming up, but I don't remember like the other parts of that happening. And there's other little parts here and there that I kind of forgot about too. So it's, even though I saw it like a year ago, I kind of to refresh my memory to see before the next one coming out. It's good. So you enjoying it so far?
Yes.
We still got another hour and a half to go. But now we are going to head to bed. She's going to dress up in her Pennywise costume. Not really, but... and we're going to finish watching It tomorrow. And hopefully she'll be able to stay awake after we get some rest.
I need a nap or
all right.
Sleep, whatever.
So we will see you tomorrow morning, and we'll let you know what we think about watching It. I haven't seen it in about a year. She hasn't seen it since she was a kid. So we will see you in the morning. Beep, beep! We're about to finish watching It now. After she had her slumber. I knew she was going to fall asleep last night. She was snoring. I had to keep shaking her a little bit. But we're about to watch the second half of It. And watch Pennywise with all his creepy sharp teeth, very unlike the menu screen and the front of the Blu-ray where he has like the perfect teeth that look like veneers. Like it was creepily perfect.
Unsettling was
unsettling.
the word.
So yeah, we're about to finish that, and we are looking forward to it and looking forward to the new It movie coming out. And yeah, I felt like, well, obviously it was a miniseries, so that you could tell when there's like commercial breaks in there. But one thing I always remember about this, watching it now too, is it feels like a prolonged nightmare. It seems like something like you'd have as a kid. It definitely has that feel still to this day. Again, I never thought it was particularly scary, but it definitely has great storytelling and very kind of a surreal feel to it.
Definitely.
So what was your favorite part so far?
I don't know.
Good story. Good story.
Because I would say the Chinese food part.
Did your hair smell good?
It did.
Hair mustache.
Hair mustache.
Yeah, I will say the Chinese food restaurant scene with the baby bird, that was kind of freaky. That was definitely one of the freakier scenes in it. There's a lot of creepy imagery in there. But yeah, I'd say the part where he grabs Georgie was the one that always it's obviously an iconic horror scene. But that baby bird scene was definitely very creepy too. I forgot about it until it happened. I was like, holy crap, yeah, I remember that now. But now we are gonna go finish the freaking movie finally.
Finally.
I feel like this is like every time we try to watch a movie, it takes way longer, double the amount of time.
Yeah, well, you like to pause and go back. What did they say? What was that in the background?
Well, sometimes they have we watched an Australian film yesterday before we watched it, and she wanted to put subtitles. It actually was kind of good because I missed a couple things on that. The slang, the dialect, and stuff like that, the accent. So you do miss a couple things here and there. So sometimes I'll pause it and then go back to hear what they said. Sometimes there's inconsistent audio levels, things like that. So yeah, but then you also fall asleep, and so there's that
can't
too.
Be helped.
All right, back to the movie. We will see you after we finish and give you our overall thoughts of revisiting it. Me, I think it was just a year ago. You, it was forever ago.
Forever ago.
Awesome.
I was a youngin.
Youngin.
Yeah.
All right. See you later. It's time for it. Ah. Beep beep. All right, we just finished watching it, and what did you think of it overall?
It was really good. Still creepy from when I was a child, so I really liked it.
Pennywise freak you out?
Yeah, a little bit. I wasn't scared to death as I was as a child. He really scared me when I was younger, but he was still creepy, and that spider thing was still gross looking. So.
Even though I saw it a year ago, I completely forgot, the climax to me was kind of weak. I was expecting way more. I thought it was bigger than it was. And one thing I also forgot about the movie was they used racial slurs. The N-word with the hard ER at the end. I completely forgot about that. They said that several times. And Tommy Lee Wallace, who directed it, he also directed Fright Night 2, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. And he also was one of the actors who played Michael Myers in the original Halloween. So that was kind of pretty cool too. There's audio commentary on the Blu-ray from him, from director Tommy Lee Wallace, and actors Dennis Christopher, Tim Reed, John Ritter, and Richard Thomas. So that's pretty cool to have that on there. And I'm looking forward to seeing the new It. But again, I was definitely expecting more from the climax. I kind of forgot about that. I thought that was pretty weak. I was expecting a bigger kind of ending to it. And I definitely think I prefer when they were kids, that storyline, over when they were adults.
Yeah, definitely.
I felt like it just had a little bit more tension from when they were kids to when they were adults. When they were adults, it just didn't have that same momentum to me, that same tension and build-up. Kind of lost the steam a little bit. It was interesting to see, how they grew up and things like that, and looking back, but it just didn't have that same impact for me. And again, the climax was a huge letdown for me. I kind of forgot about that aspect of it. But again, I definitely appreciate the storytelling part of it, and just the fact that it felt like an ongoing nightmare. And I wish they would have played up a little bit more of the Pennywise character at the end of the movie too, because at the end of the movie, he's in a different form. And for some reason, I remember it slightly differently with the deadlights and stuff too. But it also reminded me a bit of Jeepers Creepers, because Pennywise comes back every 30 years in Derry. And in Jeepers Creepers, the Creeper comes back every 23rd spring and feeds for 23 days. And then even when they're in the cavern underground, the sewer system, looking for Pennywise in his little cave area where he's got everything, with the spider webs and stuff like that, and the people in there. It kind of reminds me of the Jeepers Creepers when he's got all the different bodies stitched together too. Similarities in that aspect. So kind of made me think of that. I'm looking forward to Jeepers Creepers 3 that finally gets released. So yeah, overall, I think it was still pretty creepy and good storytelling. For me, it was never one that scared me or anything like that. Again, I saw it for the first time as an adult. Even when I saw pictures of Pennywise when I was a kid, it just didn't really do anything for me. But Tim Curry was awesome, very an iconic role right there. He was perfect for that. Overall, a really good cast too. But for me, my biggest issue was the climax. I just wanted more from that. But
yeah, the ending was kind of a letdown. Everything was so creepy. or like strange, and then the ending they're just like kicking this big bug.
Yeah, they basically they're drop. I was waiting for like the people's elbow to come out and drop down like wrestling moves and stuff on it. Figure 4 leg lock on the spider, but overall it was a good time to revisit this one, and we're looking forward to watching the new one. And once we do watch the new one, we'll do a video talking about our thoughts on that as well. I wonder what the balloon budget on this movie was. There was a freaking ton of balloons in there. But one thing too, like I really wish they would have had Pennywise more towards the end of the movie, especially the climax. I mean, how could you have that iconic character, all that build up? You see them when they're adults and they're going back to Derry. He pops up all throughout that part, but then when it's like the final showdown, he's not really there. I'm like, come on. Bit of a letdown, but still creeptastic. Tim Curry, phenomenal. The cast overall was definitely one of the shining parts of this movie. Definitely dug the heck out of another great Stephen King adaptation. What was your favorite Stephen King? You were talking about The Stand before.
I like The Stand. I like Rose Red. Obviously The Shining. And It. So, yeah.
And let us know what your favorite Stephen King adapted movie is. And if you've seen It, the old classic miniseries, or if you see the new one coming out, definitely let us know what you think of it. Leave a comment or a video response down below. Say goodbye.
Bye.
Hope everyone's doing well. Take care. All you have to do is just hold it and... Am I in there?
Mm-hmm.
It's time for
Wait,
it.
I didn't do it yet.
What do you mean? It's going already. It's already recording.
Oh, but I didn't press the button.
You don't have to. I already pressed it for you.
I hate you. Okay, go ahead.